Hello, welcome to Montreal in Canada. I'm Stewart Lee.
Bonjour, mes amis. Je m'appelle Richard Herring.
Rich trying to get in here in the bilingual state of Quebec.
Oh, ha-hee-ha.
Not quite good enough, though, is it?
Jean-Paul dans le jardin.
Well, it's making matters worse, if anything. Anyway, we're here to be your hosts for the coverage of the 15th Just for Laughs Festival here in Montreal.
Are we?
Yep.
I just thought we were coming on holiday.
No.
Why didn't you tell me?
You should listen.
I'd have prepared some stuff. Anyway, Stu, just tell me this. Just what is the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival in Montreal anyway?
Well, the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival in Montreal has been running for the past 15 years, and it provides a showcase for the best, funniest top acts in the world to try and get spotted for a little part in a serial advert.
Oh, the best acts, Stu. So what are we doing here? I mean, we're good, but we're no Punt and Dennis.
And this is the luxury pad we've been given in exchange for hosting the festival coverage. Now, previously, I used to think there was 3 good things about Canada, right? 1, the mountains, 2, the forests, and 3, if you get bored of the mountains and the forests, at least you're near America. You can go and see Disneyland.
Oh! You should think we're guests of the Canadian people, and there's loads of good stuff here in Canada, not just mountains and forests.
OK, like what? What then?
Loads of
like
stuff.
What?
Too much stuff to even mention one thing.
What?
Dan Aykroyd was born here.
Yeah, he went to live in America, though, didn't he?
He was a good comedian,
He was good. Well, all right, what was he ever good in, Rich, Dan Aykroyd? What?
Caddyshack.
Now, what was he ever good in?
Coneheads.
Now, what was he ever good in?
Oh, good in, sorry,
Yeah,
I
listen.
wasn't listening to what you
listen
said. He
next
was
time.
good in the Blues Brothers
Yeah,
film.
it's a
It was
good
excellent,
film,
it was
isn't it?
brilliant. And
Yeah.
if Dan Aykroyd had died rather than John Belushi, he'd be being hailed as a lost comedy genius now.
Yeah, yeah.
Dan Aykroyd didn't die, and unfortunately he lived. And went on to make Spies Like Us with Chevy Chase, who also didn't die, actually.
Well, I'm worried, right, because we have got to do 3 or 4 live shows here, me and Rich.
we?
Yeah, 3.
didn't know that.
Read the itinerary. And Manny is the better-than-us British comedian who's come here and died on his limey arse through not understanding the vagaries of the Canadian idiom.
No, Stu,
to worry.
we don't have to worry about that at all. Oh, no. Because earlier on today, I went down to the Just for Laughs office and got all these old videos of old Montreal festivals, right? And all we have to do, in my opinion, Stu, if we watch all these and copy all the good American acts, right, we'll be laughing, it'll be fine.
How then?
No, well, earlier on, right, I was watching some, and I've noticed from it, right, that Montreal is a bilingual city, OK? And you can get loads of laughs that are brilliant, these American comedians, from just pointing out how different languages have different words for the same thing, or, you know, concept.
How's that going to work?
Well, like, for example, right, like, the English word for weekend, Stu, is
weekend.
But the French word for weekend, I don't know what it is, but
it's weekend.
Oh, that's not a very good example.
OK, all right,
but if we find one that's different, then we can just point that out. We'll be laughing.
Can't
hilarious.
be that easy.
No, but if that doesn't work, Stu, I've noticed you can get a huge round of applause, right, just for saying the word Montreal. And the audience breaks into this spontaneous huge round of applause.
It can't be that simple.
It is. Look, watch this.
Rondell Sheridan talking about his taps there, a typical American who seems to be genuinely confused, annoyed, bewildered and upset by the fact that some people in the world aren't actually from America and might choose to speak their own language.
If you go to a foreign country, you don't understand what the letters on the tap means, then ask someone. You know, there's only 2 choices, how hard it can be, C and F. Let them run for a bit and see which one's hot. Rondell.
Rich, look, it's the Canadian muffin man with the Canadian muffins that you ordered.
Great, I love a Canadian muffin, Stu.
Anyway, next up here in Montreal, it's Phil Kay.
He's from Scotland. Watch this, Stu. Montreal!
They're like dogs! Pavlov's dogs!
Montreal!
They're like dogs!
Montreal!
They're like dogs!
Toronto!
Nothing.
I think they've gone.
That'd be it.
Montreal! They love it, those Canadians, Stu.
Yeah, we're Stewart Lee and Richard Herring. We're here bringing you coverage of news and comedy from the Montreal Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. And we're also here trying to work out for ourselves what exactly makes Canadians go mad.
We know what it is, Stu. It's us saying Montreal. Montreal! See?
Next Next up is David Hyde Pierce. He's probably best known for his role in Frasier, but he's also been in the films Nixon, Wolf, Sleepless in Seattle and Addams Family Values.
No, come on, Stu. He's best known for his role of Peter in the Broadway production of the Heidi Chronicles.
I think it's Frasier, surely, Rich, rather than the...
No, he was brilliant in the Heidi Chronicles. That Peter is the benchmark by which all Peters in the Heidi Chronicles are based.
David Hyde Pierce,
Hello,
Frasier.
Heidi. It's brilliant.
What is the matter with you now? What is the matter?
I've eaten too many muffins, Stu. I've got muffin sickness. I want to go home where there aren't any muffins.
You can't go home yet. Look, there's a party on tonight right at the hotel. We should go there and schmooze with all the media scumbags. Maybe try and get a part in a film or something.
No!
Well, you say that, Rich, but they are casting right now for Spies Like Us 2. Yes, look impressed. And Dan Aykroyd has dropped out to be in Caddyshack 4. That could be you.
I could be in it, Stu. I could be inside. I could hang upside down my hair in the air like that.
Anything could happen. Anything can happen. See you next time. Hi, you just caught me having a relaxing game of snooker. I'm Stewart Lee, that's Richard Herring, and welcome back to Canada.
Land of muffins!
For more coverage of the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival in Montreal. Now, we've blagged this top apartment...
And some free muffins.
That's right, in exchange for hosting the coverage.
Yeah.
But we can't just stay in here all the time, right?
Oh, it's good.
You should go out and see the tourist things, you know, in a foreign country.
No.
Plus, we've got to go and do some live shows, right, which is a bit of a problem for us, because here in Canada, people don't necessarily laugh at the same things as they might do in Britain.
You're right, Stu, they don't. They laugh at different things, in fact, because imagine in Britain someone was drinking a drink that was full of little red things. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? But in Canada, look, it's normal. All the drinks are like that. A Canadian man drinking that, there wouldn't even be a smile playing on his lips. He'd be going, that is normal and not funny.
And for us, that presents a bit of a problem, doesn't it?
It does, Stu, yeah, but that's why I've been down to the Just for Laughs offices to steal all these videos of old, rubbish Montreal festivals.
That's right. Now, if you were watching in the first edition of this series, you'll have seen us looking at how comedians thought it was funny that the French language and the English language were different. But French words and English words aren't the only things that are different.
No, they aren't, Stu, are they?
Men and women are different as well.
Are they?
Yeah, even in Canada, men and women are different, perhaps more so than in many of the Mediterranean countries.
How do you mean different?
Well, that affords humour, Rich, the differences, and we're going to be looking at that today. First up is Tim Allen, who you'll be familiar with from his best work, Home Improvement.
Oh, no, Stu, the best thing he did was the Santa Claus. Remember the film? When he went down the chimney and he was fat and he had a beard, it was good.
And after him, bandy-legged weirdo Jeff Foxworthy, a man whose moustache is so enormous, he looks not so much like a bandy-legged weirdo sporting a moustache, as a kind of free-floating moustache which has grown its own supporting bandy-legged weirdo.
Stu, let's have a look at them. Fred Stoller there, talking about killing women. It's a funny idea, admittedly, but please don't take it too far. After all, Ted Bundy thought it was funny to kill women, but being condemned to death in the electric chair soon wiped the smile off his face. You can call me old-fashioned, Stu, but I still think in comedy it doesn't hurt to take people's feelings into consideration.
That's right, yeah. And Adam Ferrara was in there as well, a young lad who, like a lot of American stand-up comedians, doesn't look so much like a stand-up comedian as like an actor auditioning for the role of a stand-up comedian in a low-budget TV movie.
He did look like that.
He did look like that. Hey, he did. I like that. Also, it was Bobby Slayton was in there as well, the pit bull of comedy. Says in his press release that his motto is kill or be killed.
Kill or be killed? What? What kind of festival is this, Stu? Call me square, but I don't think murder is a laughing matter, even if the atrocity is being carried out by someone who's appeared on the Arsenio Hall show.
Arsenio Hall, Stu. But you don't understand, right? Bobby Slayton is a comedian of hate. He's not like you, a comedian of muffins. It's a very different thing. But you should be scared, because we've got to interview Bobby Slayton in the last edition of the series.
What, Bobby Kill or Be Killed Slayton?
Yeah, we're interviewing him, yeah.
Oh, my God, he's angry,
Relax,
Stu.
it'll be fine.
He's furious, he's mad.
What's the matter with you?
I have ennui, Stu.
Ennui?
Yes, ennui. It's like boredom, but you only get it in French-speaking countries. I hate Montreal, Stu. I hate Canada, and I hate their stupid red drinks. I thought Canadian muffins could make me happy, but they've only compounded my misery. I was an idiot to think that Canadian muffins could make me happy.
Have you tried toasting them?
Oh, no.
See you after the break.
Welcome back to Montreal. 5 years ago, Dennis Leary's fearsome, effective, and razor-sharp persona made him on the cutting edge of American stand-up, dissing everything from old rock stars to young rock stars.
5 years later, and Dennis Leary's fearsome, invective, and razor-edge persona made him the cutting-edge world consumer goods salesman, selling everything from beer to computer software for enormous fees.
Makes you think, don't it?
British stand-up David Baddiel once did a voiceover for an advertisement bidder, and although he's not been asked to do an advert again, but everyone said the voiceover was really good and he should have been allowed if he'd asked.
But think about this, maybe the Three Lions single, maybe that's a kind of advertisement for the concept of being English and Englishness. Made everyone south of Edinburgh very happy for about 3 weeks until they realized it was just a slowed-down version of the Womble single.
Now, despite being on different sides of the advertising barrier, David and Dennis are great friends. And when Dennis Leary was asked to name his top 5 all-time Jews, David Baddiel was straight in there at number 3 after Lou Grade and Maureen Lipman.
Let's see what happened when the two unlikely friends went out for a night on the town in Montreal.
I wonder what they'll find to do.
Yeah, what if the muffin shop's closed? Chocolate cigarette.
Cheers,
They're
thanks.
much better for you than those.
Right.
Very delicious. Actually, they're not really unpleasant tasting.
Now, earlier on, we saw a load of men talking about the differences between men and women. But what do women think of that? But how to find out?
Well, that's right, Stu. You can't just go up to a woman at a bar or a party, introduce yourself, and start talking to it, can you?
Well, you can. I mean,
But imagine, what if you could catch one alive and find out its secrets?
Catch one?
Yeah, that's what I did earlier today. I lured one back here with the promise of a muffin.
A muffin?
No, Stu, a Canadian muffin, not what you're thinking. An ordinary English muffin. That would be ridiculous. And here it is.
Hello.
Now, you're a woman, aren't you? Do you think that men and women are as different as the comedians have said?
No, there's some differences, but we are all the same, basically. And what we've seen, there's a load of crass sexist generalizations.
Well, there you have it.
Can I have my muffin now?
Yeah, of course, there you are.
Oh, muffins. There's been a misunderstanding. I thought you were coming back here for oral sex. So sorry.
No, it was muffins that we were coming back for. What?
Idiot.
I wish I had a real friend, Stu.
Well, it's been quite good today, hasn't it? What is the matter with you still?
It's the ennui, Stu. It still hasn't gone.
Well, how about a muffin?
No, that won't help at all.
I'm sorry, I tried. What more can I do?
Okay.
Oh, no.
See you next time.
I could have had oral sex with a woman, Stu.
Hi, I'm Stewart Lee.
I'm called Richard Herring. Welcome to the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival in Montreal. It's quite good, isn't it, Stu?
Well, we don't know. It could be, because all we've done since we got here is sit in this flat watching videos of past performances at the festival.
I like that, Stu. I like the flickering colours. It's good.
Well, this week our archive performances are all dealing with the subject of race and religion.
And we're going to be interviewing a famous Jewish man. That's the millionaire comedian David Baddiel, who you'll probably remember from his famous double act with Michael Gove on Channel 4's A Stab in the Dark.
That's right. But religion, is it really a good subject for...
Stupid
What?
religion, Stu. I hate it. I hate religion. Just think about it for a second. It's obviously not true, is it? There can't be a God.
Yeah, but I agree with you, but you
No,
can't
there
just...
isn't a God, Stu, because, you know, if I was God, right, I wouldn't waste my time making a big universe full of stupid people and then reward the most smug and stupid person for believing in me when I obviously don't exist. No! I'd make a huge cheese toasty sandwich, massive, with pickle, and then I'd stay in bed all day, making my own amusement, if you know what I mean. No, or if I was a Canadian God, I'd make a huge Canadian muffin. The principle's the same. But look, Stu, look around you. Do you see a massive cheese toasty sandwich anywhere?
No.
Do you see a big Canadian muffin?
No, I don't.
So God doesn't exist. Quid pro quo.
What do you mean quid pro quo?
Quid pro
Surely
quo.
you mean quadirat demonstratum.
I'm God. Words mean whatever I want them to.
All right, OK.
Yeah.
Race and religion. Anyway, look out in this clip's coming up. Look out for a genuinely amusing German.
No, surely
Yes.
not. Does he kill anyone?
No, he doesn't.
I can't
And then
believe it.
following that, the UK's own gorgeous Caroline Aherne before she became famous.
Yeah, Mrs. Merton's here again, and she's dressed as a nun. Hot. It was a bit scary there.
I know, he hates the Mexicans.
God, they must be
he
scared.
hates the world, he hates
does.
everything. And in fact, it's really scary because we've got to interview him in the last show.
No!
Terrifying. Do you like
Yeah.
the way we're building up the tension?
It's quite good. It's like
a trailer for a scary film.
It is
I need that money, Tom. Anyway, you were talking there before
Was
right,
I?
how if you were God, you'd make a cheese toasted sandwich,
No, I
right?
never
So you're
said
saying
that.
if you were God, all you'd make in your universe, Rich, is some cheese, some bread,
and some pickle.
and some pickle,
And some muffin mix if it was a Canadian God.
and a muffin mix,
which I'm
yeah,
not.
and a Breville sandwich toaster.
Obviously, you need that.
And a piece of old rag.
And I'd need a laundrette to wash my bed sheets so in case any pickle or muffin mix fell on them, obviously, and a man to run the laundrette for me, because I wouldn't want to do that, and some money to operate the machines with.
Yeah, but if you were God, couldn't you just make some machines that didn't need change?
No, because the man in the laundrette needs money, doesn't need to buy things. Think about it. Think, Lee, why don't you think?
You're thinking too literally.
No. And he'd need some soap powder and a wife to help him with the laundrette. It's quite a hard job, Stu. He needs 2 people and a house for them to live in when they're not washing stuff.
Yeah.
And another laundrette for them to go to, because they don't want to wash their own stuff at work, do they? That would be rubbish.
No.
And actually thinking about it, you start to see how it all gets out of hand, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can see, can't you? God probably started off with a really simple system like you, and it just grew from there.
Yeah, I've revised my opinions, Stu. God definitely exists. He is wondrous to behold. Let his love shine down on every corner of the world.
Okay.
He's wonderful to behold.
Anyway, coming up is Phil Kay.
He's from Scotland. Well, if he was a god, he'd probably make a giant piece of shortbread.
Yeah, or a massive haggis.
Yeah, or a deep-fried pizza.
Something Scottish, basically.
Or maybe some other food, you know. They eat other stuff there now as well. He's not from medieval times.
Hi, welcome back to the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival here in Montreal. I'm Stewart Lee.
I'm called Richard Herring.
Now, in the first half of the show, we looked at a load of clips of comedians talking about race and religion, the latter of which is particularly pointless, given that there's no Jesus, obviously, and there's no point in giving him the oxygen of publicity.
You can't say that, Stu.
I just did say
There is historical proof that Jesus is the real Son of God, and I believe in him, and anyone who doesn't is silly, as far as I'm concerned. And you should be careful what you say about him, Stu, because Jesus is everywhere.
Is he?
You can hear what you say. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
He's in the wind, he's in the rain, he's in the airing cupboard, he's
yeah.
hiding behind the boiler, just looking over. He's in space, he's everywhere.
Is he outer space?
He is, Stu. He's in Inner Space, that film with Martin Short in it.
What, is he here in Canada, is he?
He is, Stu. He has to be everywhere. That's being in Canada is part of his job.
He must be a bit bored.
Well, he is, Stu. Obviously, he'd rather be in America, at Disneyland, on the rides and stuff.
Yeah.
And he is, but he still quite likes Canada. You know, he likes the muffins, Stu. They're delicious.
Doesn't like muffins.
Does like muffins. It's in the Bible, Stu. After Mary Magdalene washes Jesus' feet, he gives her a muffin.
If you guessed, it's from England. England's David Baddiel.
Hello.
David?
Yeah.
You know that David Baddiel?
Yes.
That's you, that is.
I see what you've taken my catchphrase and you've kind of rebounded it on me.
Against you. I bet you regret making that up now, don't you?
No, it made me a lot of money.
Oh,
And we've struggled for ages to think of some original questions to ask you, because obviously we haven't done a lot of stand-up ourselves. We've done interviews and you get tired of the same old things.
Yeah.
So we put a bit of thought into this. And first up, can you tell us, where do you get your crazy ideas from?
God, that is an original question. God, I'll have to think, because I really haven't been asked it before.
You don't just do stand-up, though. You do other things as well, don't you?
Yeah.
So what do you prefer doing? Do you prefer doing stand-up or other things?
Well, sometimes I like doing stand-up, and sometimes I like doing other things.
Would you say you're a new lad?
I suppose I am, in some respects, a new lad.
You like pornography, don't you? That's
the real questions. Please get to the real questions. Because we had this idea that this would be funny, and it is funny, but it's actually like depressed me now. That's the thing.
Okay, well, what we are doing now, viewers at home, is asking David perhaps the worst questions we could think of. But now, the real questions.
Now it's time for the real
earlier on we asked you, for a joke, we asked you where you get your crazy ideas from.
Yeah. Where do you get your crazy
Where do you get them from, really? Where do you really get them from?
Oh, you're not going to move away from it. That's terrible for me.
Get that.
Okay.
This is a real
This is a real question.
Who is the best comedian novelist? You, Stephen Fry, or Hugh Laurie?
Me?
We saw your mum at Wembley pointing at you and saying, "There's my son" and stuff. Is that, what's she got a lot of input into your gigs from the audience?
So the first time that she came to my recent talk, there was a pint of beer on stage, and because I'm a new lad,
Yeah.
the audience egged me on to drink the pint of beer in one go at one stage, because that's what we new lads have to do.
Yeah.
So I drank the pint of beer in one go. As I put it down, I heard my mum shout out, "I hope you've had something to eat tonight." But she does come to a lot of the gigs. But Richard looks a bit like Jesus now, and therefore he could be Jesus of Montreal, which is a joke that I made in the bar, but they're now doing it on stage. But having said that, I do a joke about Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Do it now, and I bet they'll laugh at home.
At home?
Yeah.
Okay. Kentucky Fried Chicken
Is PFK here, isn't it?
because everything here has to be in French, right?
KFC
D is KFC
everywhere in the
world. D
KFC
is KFC.
in France.
So I think PFK,
That stands for
Petty
French.
Canadians. And I'll tell you, that gets a big round of applause in Canada. And it's died here. I didn't do it very well,
You
though,
didn't
did
do
I?
it very well.
I didn't do it with
But
a real verb.
I helped make that up.
Yeah, he did.
You're normally doing, like, tours at home to big theatres full of people that already know you. So what's it like coming back and starting again in front of strangers?
Yeah, it's really rubbish, is what it is.
Is it? It's terrible, isn't it?
Bollocks, why am I doing this? Well, I have people who come at home and they're my friends already. They love me already, and that's much easier.
I find it more interesting, especially when we're in Adelaide where no one knows where we are. Yeah, I found it quite good because it proves, if you make them laugh, it proves that you actually are funny rather than just going,
yes,
that's you, that is, like
that's
you
it,
still
but
do all the time.
All the time, that's all I do, yes.
The thing I don't understand about Jews, though, is why don't they believe that Jesus is God? Could you explain
why
that?
should I believe in Jesus?
Because it says in the Bible that he is God.
Right.
Thank you very much for coming in. It's David, 3 lines on a shirt, but thanks.
Thank you very much.
Now, imagine this muffin is the universe, Stu, all right? Now, look, it didn't just pop out of nowhere, did it? It was created by a Canadian. I'm not saying the universe is created by a Canadian, but the principle's the same.
It makes sense, Rich. Look at the facts. Scientists say the universe took 16 billion years to create. Bible says 6 days. Doesn't add up.
Well, 6 days, 16 billion years. What's the difference?
The difference is 15,999,999,999 years and then 359 days. Or 360 days if it was a leap year. That's the difference.
You're just splitting hairs, Stu. When a Christian says day, he just means a length of time.
Well, it must be difficult arranging to meet them.
It is. But, you know, you wouldn't want to, would you?
Look, anyway, look, God doesn't exist, Jesus doesn't exist, and he doesn't like muffins. That's the facts of it.
He can't not exist and not. How can, if he doesn't exist, how can he not like something,
I'm not going to
Stu?
sit and debate this with you. Thanks very much. See you next time.
Think about it. Jesus is real, Stu, because you've just admitted it. And if Jesus doesn't exist, who threw the tables over in the moneylenders?
I don't know, the wind blew them or something.
They can't. It was Jesus.
Hello, I'm Stewart Lee.
Howdy doody. I'm Richard Herron.
And welcome back to more coverage of the Just for Laughs Festival, which we're at here in Montreal. Quite good.
Yeah, it's quite good. But me and Stu are literally pissing ourselves. Do you say that? I don't. Because we have to perform in some live shows here in Montreal, but we've got no idea what makes Canadians laugh. After all, this is the country that made a comedy god of Dan Aykroyd.
That's right. So we've been looking at hours of archive footage of the Montreal Festival to try and work it out. And today we're going to be looking at footage of comedians of the past here talking about the idea of marriage.
And you know, Stu, I was thinking that's quite apt because you and I are in a comedy double act, of course, aren't we?
Yeah.
And being in a comedy double act is quite like being in a marriage, isn't it?
Similar in some ways, except that in a marriage, if you reach a kind of emotional impasse, you can normally make up for it with a bout of hot, loving, passionate sex, you know. So.
Well, we could do
No,
that,
we can't
Stu.
do that.
Well,
So,
no,
now let's
well,
look.
we could.
No, we can't.
No,
we can't do that.
You don't
so
understand,
now let's
Stu.
look.
You don't understand.
No, we can't.
We could.
No,
do
we
that.
can't.
Come
We
on.
can't do it.
Come on, Stu, just
Come on,
try it.
get
Just
up.
try it.
Get
Just
off.
try it.
No.
You want it.
I don't.
I tell you your problem,
What?
mate. You're homophobic.
I'm not homophobic, Rich. I just hate you.
You're
understand?
You're afraid of
Not-
me. You're
not
afraid of the
afraid.
feelings
Not
I
afraid of the
make
feelings.
come up inside
No,
you. The burning passion.
No.
You
So
want it.
let's look at the archive and watch out for the way that the North American audience just love the idea of someone being married. Someone says, I'm married, they go mad. Tons of non-ironic, genuine applause. Look out for it. Let's go. That's right, Bobby, the pit bull of comedy Slayton there. It says in his press release that his motto is kill or be killed. He seems to hate the world, doesn't he, Rich?
He's like Andrew Cunanan in that respect, Stu.
And in one other. He's scary.
He is very
and,
scary,
we've got to
Stu.
talk to him in the last episode of the series, actually, so we're a bit frightened. Did you spot that marriage thing there, though? Everyone was clapping for
Of
marriage.
course I did. You asked us to watch out.
Did you
Don't
spot it?
patronise me.
Well, we tried to exploit that on stage last night for our own ends, and here's what happened. Let's have a look. Today I decided to get engaged to be married today. Thanks.
I actually, it's good news for me today because I actually have been married for 5 years today. It's my anniversary, 5 years.
And good news for me as well, actually, because today I have actually been married for 10 years today. When I said earlier that I'd got engaged, I actually meant that I am so in love with my wife that we decided to reaffirm our vows. That's what I meant by that.
Nice.
10 years, thanks. Thank you.
That was brilliant, wasn't it, Stu?
Well, here's Phil Kay.
He's from Scotland, where marriage is booed.
And now some marriage advice for our male viewers.
Guys, now, if you are married and you've had an affair, that's a bad thing, but it's usually best to admit it to your wife and hope that she forgives you. But there are certain individuals you must never admit to having an affair with, or your marriage is over. These include your ex-girlfriend, her best friend, her mother, her gran, her mother and her gran together in a kinky night of bondage lesbian sex, Your own mother, that's quite an important one. An inanimate object, especially if it's one of her more treasured personal possessions, and her pet. All bad. Don't say...
Yeah,
don't tell.
and Natalie Redman of Turret Road, Balham, South London in England.
What?
It's a bit of a specific one, but it worked for me. I thought it was worth giving out that advice, you know.
How do you know I slept with Natalie Redman of Turret Road, Balham, South London, England?
I didn't.
Well, I haven't.
Ah. OK. Hey, Rich!
Yeah?
Make me a sandwich.
No.
Make me a sandwich.
No.
Make me a sandwich.
No.
No.
Not unless you say please.
Make me a sandwich, please, Rich.
Certainly. Now, what would you like in it?
Well, I'd like... No, you've missed the point.
What?
I don't actually want a sandwich.
Well,
I'm just
why
trying
do
to
you
be
keep on asking for it,
just
then?
trying to be, like, you know, good. I just haven't got it, have I?
No, you haven't. Well, it's good, Stu. Don't knock it. It's good. But you know Bobby Slayton.
Make me a sandwich.
No. Make me a sandwich now.
No, it's too quiet.
Can I have a sandwich, please? Now.
Quite good.
Right, I'll do it.
See you next time.
Make me a sandwich, la la la. That would work. It's like Richard Jenny. No,
it's
okay.
not very good.
Oh no, it needs an English idiom, doesn't it? Make me. Can I have English? Can I? Hello. Can I have a sandwich, please, and some crisps to go with that?
So if you wait your turn, sir, certainly.
See, the English Bobby Slayton. Make me a. Can I have any bread roll? A roll would be tuna roll. Make me a tuna roll, please. That's not too much trouble. And that's it. Make me a roll and some soup, and then we won't say any more about it. Cheers.
Sorry about that.
Hello, I'm Stewart Lee.
And I'm called Richard Herring, and we're at the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival in Montreal. But before we go on, I have a riddle for you. Riddle me this, my riddling dish. What do you get if you cross a lamb with some fire? Well, the answer...
Stop, Rich, there's no time for that this
That's
week.
my riddling dish.
I don't care, there's no jokes in this week's show.
Why not? This is the Just for Laughs Festival,
Yeah,
surely.
but this week, Rich, we're looking at political satire, the most serious comedy of all, of which there's been no shortage over the 15 years of the Just for Laughs Festival.
15 years. Think of all that's happened in those 15 years.
Yeah.
Old George, tall, Bush, he's gone. Ronald, mad, Reagan, Mrs. Thatcher,
Yeah.
John Gray, Majors, the Berlin Wall is gone. They've all fallen. And all in the 15 years of the festival. Coincidence? I think not.
That's right. The satirists helped them on their way. And we're going to have a look at a load of political satirists now, including the top-class satirist Will Durst, who really sticks it in for George Bush by pointing out that his name, Bush, is a bit like shrub.
Bush? Shrub? No.
That's right, and it's that kind of incisive political satire that's made Durst the world-famous satirist that he is today.
Wait! Bush! Shrub! Oh, that's funny.
Let's have a look at a big load of political satire from the Montreal archive.
See Bobby Slayton there, Stu, having a pop. He was furious, wasn't he?
Bobby, make me a sandwich, Slayton.
The same.
His motto, Rich, is kill or be killed.
He hates the world.
He's furious.
He's angry.
He's mad.
He is.
We know, we got to interview him in the last show.
No.
Yeah, you should be scared.
I am scared. Did you not see my scared face? I was scared. I was scared. Did you see Will Durst, though? He was brilliant when he went shrub, Bush. That was so funny.
Well, you can say what you like, Rich, but is George Bush still President of America?
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. It's Bill Clinton now.
God, Bill Clinton's lucky Will Durst hasn't had the idea of comparing him to a small tree. He'd be in trouble. Or better still, to a seaside town, calling him Bill Frinton. He'd be out on his ear.
Out on his ear. Well, using the Durst satire model, we've decided to try and become world-class satirists and bring down the Canadian government by finding a word that rhymes with or is conceptually related to the name of the Canadian Prime Minister.
Yeah, but unfortunately we've been here for a week now and we haven't managed to find out the name of the Canadian Prime Minister.
No, it hasn't really got an international profile, Canada.
No, it's got nice muffins, though.
Here's Phil Kay.
He's from Scotland and he's never brought down a government in his life.
OK, Rich, now this is a satirical model of the Prime Minister here. He's called Chrétien, right?
Chrétien.
Now, can you think, using the Durst model, of a word that's similar to his name and using it would make him look ridiculous? OK, Chrétien.
No.
Oh, come on, it's easy. Chrétien, what's like...
No, Yeti.
I mean, it's good, but it's not Will Durst, is it?
Well, it's harder than it looks, isn't it?
See you after the break.
Shrub.
The shrubs, I think...
Hedge. Privet. What? That worked for him.
Hi, I'm Stewart Lee.
I'm called Richard Herring.
And welcome back to the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival here in Montreal. And this week we've been looking at political comedy. Now, you can make that face, Rich, but it'd be wrong to imply that all political satire is smug, unfunny rubbish.
It would be wrong, Stu, because Bill Hicks was very good, wasn't he?
Was.
And some of the others.
Yeah.
Mainly working in the 18th century.
You're right, yeah.
The good ones. But there is a tribute coming up to Bill Hicks later, so stay tuned.
That's right, but I think when you think of Hicks, it's not really true of him, but at all. But sometimes when people die young, they have a kind of critical acclaim retroactively conferred on them just as a result of the tragedy, you know.
It's very true, Stu. I mean, imagine what it would have been like if, say, Griff Rhys-Jones had died young.
Yeah.
Good, wouldn't it?
Well, it'd be good for his critical standing, you mean?
No, it would have been good.
Yeah, it'd be good, yeah, you're right, yeah. Coming up, Bill Hicks, and if you like this, by Rant in E minor and Arizona Bay on Riker Disc 2 of the best comedy albums ever.
And if you don't like it, you am a twat! Wait, Stu, I've got it. Chrétien. Cretin.
That's brilliant, Rich!
Yes! Hooray!
And listen! It's kicked off, Rich! The Canadian ruling classes are being struck up from the lampposts! Canada is free!
Hooray for satire!
You are going to be in such trouble now.
It was only a rhyme.
Doesn't matter, you're in trouble.
I don't care. I don't live in Canada anyway. I live in England. Tony Blair, funny hair. William Hague got the plague. I'm cooking.
See you next time.
Hello, I'm Stewart Lee.
And I'm Paul Richard Herring, and welcome to my Just for Laughs Comedy Festival in Montreal.
That's right, now we've blagged this top apartment
And all the muffins we can eat.
in exchange for just talking to you about comedy, which is easy. Now, at the start of this show, we're going to be looking at some archive clips of comedians of variable quality talking about the theme of health and exercise. Talking of which, Rich, don't you think you've been overdoing it a bit on the muffins?
The muffin is the national dish of Canada, Stu. It would be rude to come here and not eat them.
What, all the time?
Yes, Stu. Coming to Canada and not eating muffins would be like going to the house of Jeffrey Dahmer and not eating human flesh. Imagine how cross Jeffrey Dahmer would be if you snubbed his human flesh banquet, especially after he'd gone to all that effort and personal risk in order to prepare it.
That is irrelevant. The fact is you're getting too fat.
I am not, Stu.
You are.
I'm not fat. I am big-boned.
Yeah, and you'll see with Rich, the biggest bone he's got is this large curved one at the front here. Pure shell,
Yes,
that
it
is.
is.
Anyway, coming up, the clips on the theme of health and exercise. Look out for Dennis Wolfberg here, whose rolling eyes and flickering tongue have earned him the nickname of the Laughing Iguana, although admittedly only from me.
You know, watching Dennis Wolfberg makes me feel sick, Stu, and yet strangely aroused. Hey, Stu, you see that Mike Richards on the end there?
Yeah.
He looked really like Kramer from Seinfeld.
Yeah, he is Kramer inside. He's an
If his
actor.
stand-up career ever failed, which it won't on that show, he was excellent, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
but-
Then he could make a really good living by hiring himself out as a Kramer from Seinfeld lookalike.
Yeah, he
you know,
is Kramer, Rich.
opening fates and, you know, doing Kramer kind of stripograms.
But he is
And
Kramer,
if
Rich.
Kramer was ill one week, he could fill in for him on the show. It'd be
Rich,
quite good.
he is Kramer.
He isn't, Stu. He's called Mike Richards. Why don't you pay attention?
Why
We're being paid these muffins, Stu.
Just stop trying to change the subject.
I'm
You're
not.
not too fat. I've bought you some exercise machines. Why don't you do a bit of exercise?
Because I hate exercise, Stu. I hate God and I hate exercise, Stu. That's why.
Why?
Because it has no application in real life, does it? It's
Go on,
like
then.
touching your toes. Right? If I ever needed to touch my toes in real life, which I never need to do, I would consider using these very useful knees I've been given
Yeah,
there.
all
So
right,
it's like
okay.
weightlifters. What's that all about? Weightlifters. Weightlifters think it's clever to be able to lift an iron bar with weights on either end over their head for up to 8 seconds.
Exercise.
And that comes in very useful, doesn't it, in that real-life situation where you have to lift an iron bar with weights on either end over your head for up to 8 seconds. It doesn't happen, ladies and gentlemen. It's like press-up, Stu. I mean, what real-life situations you have to go up and down like this really quickly? It just does never happen.
Here's Phil Kay.
He's from Scotland, and the people who say he's from England are just jealous of him.
Hello, welcome back to Montreal for our coverage of the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival here in Montreal, where my partner Rich has taken rather too extreme advantage of our generous muffin rider here. Rich, you've got to stop eating, man.
No,
You've got to
it's good.
think. You've got to think about it psychologically. You know, why do you eat too much?
Because I like the taste.
Not because you like the taste.
It
Like,
is.
you know, I overeat when I'm lonely or depressed, so is it that?
I don't know, I haven't thought about it.
You know, my friend Ian, he eats when he's under a lot of pressure at work or tired, you know, is it that?
Well, I don't know, thinking about it, I suppose I think I eat when I'm lonely and depressed.
Yeah, like me, yeah.
And when I'm under a lot of pressure at work and tired.
Yeah, so that's good.
And,
you thought it through.
And also when I'm happy and relaxing, bored, or when I've got quite a lot of stuff to do, but I've got a reasonable amount of time to get it done in, when I'm on my own or with friends or strangers, or a mixture of friends and strangers, and maybe like there's one bloke who remembers meeting me, but I can't for the life of me remember where I met him, when I'm swimming.
Next featured performer is the British comedian David Baddiel. Now, David Baddiel gets through comedy double-act partners at the rate that most people get through toilet roll. Robert Newman, Frank Skinner, the list is endless. Well, the list is too. But now the leech-like tentacles of David Baddiel have coiled around another performer. It's the American lager-drinking, internet advertising comedian of hate, Dennis Leary. Let's see what the two unlikely pals have got up to this time.
When I'm swimming or snorkeling, when I'm asleep, I quite like to eat a lot there. Make me a sandwich, Stu.
No, you've had enough to eat.
Make me a sandwich. Bobby Slayton has sandwiches all the time and he's retained his youthful figure.
What, Bobby, make me a sandwich, Slayton?
Make me a sandwich.
We've got to interview him in the last show, Rich, and he hates fat people. You better lose a bit of weight or you'll feel the lash of his sharp, sandwich-loving tongue.
I don't care.
So you want me to make you a sandwich, then? I'll do it.
No, it's all right. I'm not hungry now, actually.
You're scared, aren't you?
I'm not scared. Have you got any Slim Fast in there?
Got an O. Henry.
It's not the same, really. Stu?
Yeah?
A gust of Canadian wind has blown this onto me, look.
What, inside?
Well, I know it seems unlikely, but you do have to accept that premise for the rest of the joke to work.
OK, inside, then.
Good. That means that I've become entrapped by what is essentially a long metal pole with weights on either end.
Yes, if only you were able to lift it above your head for 8 seconds, you'd be free, wouldn't you?
But Stu, I can't do that. I can't. I'm trapped. If only I had exercised.
Well, that's obviously the moral of this show. Exercise is good for you, laziness is not. I'm going to leave you there until the next time when maybe you'll be back to your normal level of humour-inducing minor obesity. See you next time.
But I'm hungry, Stu. I need some... Oh, thank you, Stu.
I'll just leave you that then.
OK,
right.
thank you. Look, Stu, so you just put it a little bit too far. I can't quite reach it there. Stu! Look, come back. I can't...
Hello, I'm Stewart Lee.
Hello, I'm called Richard Herring.
And welcome to more coverage of the Just for Laughs festival here in Montreal.
Yeah, we've got to stay in our flat the entire time we're in Canada and go through all these hours of videos of old Montreal festivals, which is great, because it means we don't have to go to the bar and see all the egomaniac, self-important American comedians.
That's right, we just stay in the flat. Now, for today's archive footage, we're going to be looking at a film of Americans talking about living in America. What is the point, you might think, of going to an international festival, supposedly, and being an American who just talks about America? But they don't think like that. They're the kind of actors who go to the Edinburgh Festival and get really, really annoyed if the British audiences don't understand what a Twinkie is.
Stu, don't you be so rude. I love America. It's a great country.
Yeah, I like the country, which is just the inhabitants.
Stu, then Britain and America have a very special relationship. Without American funding, we wouldn't have the IRA to distract us from our collapsing economy.
True, yeah. But the thing is, Rich, I just don't like them, and I don't think they're funny.
Stewart Lee.
Not funny.
Americans have been responsible for Seinfeld, The Simpsons, Lenny Bruce, Frasier. I could go on forever. And Britain has been responsible for the glam metal detective, Stu.
Right,
that's the best thing we've done, all right?
Fair enough, but I just don't like it, Rich. I don't like Americans.
Well, you know, people don't like the British abroad either.
Yeah, but at least we know that, don't we?
Well, we'll have to agree to disagree,
All right,
Stu,
fine.
on that one. Coming up first is Adam Ferreira, the king of the auditioning actor-comedians, who looks like he doesn't give a fig about stand-up, and is in fact just dreaming and hoping that the actor who plays Blossom's brother will die, so he can step into the role.
Here he comes. American stand-ups are dead, aren't they, Rich?
Stewart Graham Lee, don't be rude. We're America's guests.
We're not America's guests, Rich. We're in Canada. We're Canada's guests.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing at all, and they really hate it if you get it mixed up. Although maybe they should be pleased. I mean, at least people in the rest of the world have got some kind of idea about where America is.
Stewart, don't be rude about the Canadians or the Americans. Especially the Americans. They're a hot-headed race and they carry guns.
Never mind, we'll shoot first. Tell them it was friendly fire. Here's Phil Kay.
He's from Scotland. That's the Canada of Great Britain.
I'm Stewart Lee, that's Richard Herring. Welcome back to the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival, where this week we've been looking at the subject of America.
Yeah, you can say what you like about America, Stu, but I love it and I want to live here.
Rich, this isn't America, this is Canada. They hate it if you get them mixed up, I told you.
I know what I'm saying, Stu. I love America, but I want to be here in Canada to find out the secret of the muffin mix recipe. It's a secret, Stu, but I'm going to find it out. And now I'm going to, because look, meet Elsie. Elsie is an old Canadian widow Her husband died of ennui. And yesterday, I married her.
Right, I see. So now you can stay here and eat all the muffins you want.
No, Stu, that isn't my plan. In my plan, I married her, right? And now, in the next couple of weeks, we'll get a bit of pillow talk going, and then I'll find out the secret Canadian muffin mixture recipe that all Canadians know.
Right.
And then I'm out of here on the first plane back to England, and then I can eat all the muffins I want. Yeah.
Yeah, but why didn't you just buy a recipe book to find out about it?
Your plan is a good plan, Stu, but it's not as good as my plan, because in my plan, I also get to have sex with an old woman.
Oh, yeah. You, Leah Thompson, who you'll know from Back to the Future and Caroline in the City. Now, we were supposed to do this interview at 10 this morning. It's now 1:30 in the afternoon. We got up yesterday at 7 and filmed all day, from 7 in the morning to 7 at night. For you?
To entertain you?
In that flat. Then we had to go and do a stand-up gig together at 8. Then Rich went home to bed, so he'd be ready for the interview in the morning. I did another stand-up gig at 10 and one at 1 in the morning, got in at 2:30, got up at 8 in the morning to prepare the questions. Then all the questions got rejected by the festival, who said they were too stupid. And because she'd been out late till 5:30 at night, we couldn't even do it at 10, and it got put back to now. What we're going to do is I'm going to ask really sensible questions.
And I'm trying to confuse Leah Thompson with some strange questions.
Here's what happened.
Let's see what happens.
The world will know you from Caroline in the City and Back to the Future, etc., etc. But you started off as a ballet dancer, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
That's an unusual career move, isn't it? Into stand-up and into sitcoms from ballet.
I'm so diverse. I can just do anything. I can sing, I can dance, I can tell a joke.
You live next door to a lot of journalists, I've noticed.
Yeah?
Because in every article I've read, it says that you're the girl next door.
Oh, there you go.
Do you see? So,
bang.
Do you see it? See what I did there? You did just say fuck, though, just before we did this interview, though. Could you say it again?
But see, they don't know the truth.
Could you say fuck again now? For us?
I can't. Now with the camera's rolling, it's a weird thing.
So you said
It's a schmuck.
Do you think that the plot of Space Camp could ever happen in real life?
Leah was in Space Camp, so he'd moved off.
Do you think it could ever happen?
I have made some doozies, man.
That could happen.
Space Camp.
It was good.
And then the fact that we made it and then the space shuttle blew up. And then they're stuck with this $50 million movie.
It's almost as if you set that up for publicity, but maybe
Oh,
not.
my
Bad
God.
publicity. Your film career started with my favourite film of all time,
What?
Jaws 3D. It was the best film
You know,
ever.
they study that at film school.
No, it's good.
And that
So where'd you
shot-
go from there?
That shot where the hypodermic needle squirts out and the frog jumps towards camera. Oh my God! See,
three-dimensional.
I have survived such adversity.
In the Right to Remain Silent, you worked with LL Cool J.
Todd.
Who's a sorry?
Todd.
Todd.
Is that his real name?
That's his name. Todd. The
Does
producer.
LL stand for Todd?
The producer of my show, I was sitting at some awards show, and this big guy comes up with this big entourage, and he's like, "Hey, Leah," and I go, "Hi, Todd." He walks away, and my producer was so impressed. He said, "You just call LL Cool J."
Todd.
That's his name. He's the coolest guy. Wow, this has made my day. I was depressed after that other interview, but you guys
What
are
was
making
wrong?
me
What was wrong with
happy.
that one?
I don't know.
Go on.
Who was that for?
Serious questions.
These are serious questions.
I know.
You should treat us with a bit more respect, young lady.
If, like a character in Back to the Future, you could go back to the past and change something in your life, what would it be, Leah Thompson?
This interview.
Okay. Well, completely. What's the matter then?
Look.
Dear Rich, our marriage is over. Couldn't stand being with a man who was only after me for my muffins. Au revoir, Elsie.
It feels so terrible, Stu.
Oh well, never mind. See you next time.
She had great muffins as well, Stu. You know, for an old woman.
Age shall not wither them, nor the years condemn. So did you shag her then?
No, that's what I was so upset about. You know, it was the plan, wasn't it? The muffins and the sex, and that's all I've got. Just spat in it as well.
Hello, I'm Stewart Lee.
And I'm called Richard Herring, and we're here in Montreal with all the top comedians in the world at the prestigious Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. there has been some kind of terrible mistake.
There certainly has.
Oh, yes.
And here on the floor, we're surrounded by archives of stuff from the festival over the years. Before we start this week, we're going to take a look at examples of when comedians have used their unusual physical appearance to try and milk cheap laughs out of the dim-wit muffin eaters that comprised the Montreal... Rich will rephrase that,
This
I'm
week,
sorry.
physical comedians whose gangly shapes and weird rubber faces bring delight to the discerning festival crowd.
Good. Now, man is unusual amongst the animal kingdom in that he's able to turn a weird appearance to his advantage. For example, a monkey that looked like Emo Phillips would soon be chased out of its tree and stabbed to death with sticks by other monkeys.
It's true.
But Emo Phillips, in the human world, is lauded as an entertainment god.
He is a god. But me and Stewart are actually unique amongst comedians in that we are both physically perfect human specimens.
That's right. What Rich has done there, though, is confused being physically perfect with looking like the bastard love child of Grizzly Adams, his dad, and some dogs.
Oh, yeah, and you're physically perfect, are you?
Yes.
Well, I'm glad, actually, because what I'm doing in this is very clever. I'm pursuing a spiritual path here,
yeah.
by which the human body is irrelevant to my comedy.
As is the laughter of the audience.
Yes, it is.
It is. Let's
Yeah.
roll the clips.
Oh, and by the way, Frank Skinner's been included amongst this gallery of freaks because our producer felt that he looked like he was wearing women's makeup. In fact, we'd just like to make a rather serious announcement that Frank has quite a rare skin condition which makes his face as red as a berry and will actually result in his untimely death within the next 5 years.
Not so funny now.
Not
Anyway, here is a parade of mutants that would disgrace a Victorian freak show.
Top there, who apparently is a bit of a standing joke amongst American comedians, but me and Stu think he's great.
We really liked him, yeah. Now, what have we learned there, kids, from watching those clips? Well, what we've learned, basically, is that the weirder and more odd someone looks, the funnier they are. It's that simple.
Yeah, take someone like Stu, for example. He's a normal-looking bloke. He's not funny, is he? He's never been funny in his whole life.
And he never will be.
He never will be. But then look again at someone like Emo Phillips. He's always funny for the simple reason that he's a hideously deformed scarecrow.
That's right. But don't take it too far. Remember the historical example of Joseph Merrick, the Elephant Man, right? Now, when Merrick started out on his Elephant Man act in the 1900s, all he had was one slightly large ear, right?
A little bit bigger.
It was the understatement that was funny, Elephant Man, little ear. But Merrick made the mistake of thinking that the more he looked like an elephant, the funnier it would be, until finally he looked so hideous no one could look at him.
Yeah, he crossed the unwritten line there,
line.
didn't he, Stu? You know, people don't laugh at physical deformity.
Not in public, anyway.
You know, it's like Carrot Top. If Carrot Top had a vegetable for a head instead of a human head, you know, if he was a carrot, that would be just tragic.
Hideous,
It'd be,
tragic.
no one could laugh at that.
Sad
it's
thing.
very sad. But anyway, coming up now is the man who's been described as the Joseph Merrick for the 90s on acid.
It's Phil Kay.
He's from Scotland.
Welcome back.
Just about coming question, that's all.
OK, stop it now, Rich.
Sorry,
Very funny, like it. Good one. Now, today in the show, we've been looking at comedians who use unusual, ugly appearance to try and get laughs. And that's highly appropriate, because when Rich, my comedy partner, was born in the Cheddar Hospital in Somerset, he was so ugly that the nurses actually tied a nappy around his face.
Yeah, very funny, Stu.
They thought it was his arse.
That's
you see?
not true.
No, you're right, it isn't true. When my partner Rich was born, in fact, he was so ugly that the nurses in the Cheddar Hospital tried to stamp repeatedly on his head and kill him so that he would never be able to spawn any more of his dog-faced Grizzly Adams mutant line.
That isn't true either. The days when people in Somerset murdered unusual-looking children are long gone. Now they just make them dance jigs for broken biscuits. How delicious those biscuits were, I recall.
Now, our featured performer today is Drew Carey. He's big news in the States at the moment because he's a normal bloke. He's just like his audience. Normal bloke, except with a lot more money than them, obviously. And it says in the press release that Drew is from Cleveland. He likes beer, burgers, baseball, and he also likes playing the accordion.
Completely normal bloke. Then look, Stu, it also says here, Drew adopted his crew cut and thick glasses while in the Marines, but he still can't understand why people laugh at the way he looks.
Can't understand why people laugh at the way he looks.
My comments earlier that he will never be funny in his life. So to recompense for that, I've personally paid for very expensive plastic surgery to make him the most hideously deformed comedian of all time. He makes Joseph Merrick look normal. Will you please welcome the antler-head comedian?
What's brown and taps at the window? A poo on stilts.
It's brilliant.
See you next time.
Yeah, great, Stu. It's a really great act.
Not good enough
You're
to just
funny
have...
now.
It's not good enough just to have antlers on,
It is. They're funny. Makes you look good. I've paid for them now. You've got to have them. It's good. It's not just a camera trick. It's real.